What's the first car that comes to your mind when I say the words luxury limousine? Mercedes-Benz S-Class? BMW 7 Series? Audi 8? You're seeing a pattern here, right? Primarily German cars. It was impossible to imagine a Japanese car in this category, until now that is. Say hello to Lexus's flagship sedan, the LS500h. But the LS isn't your regular luxury limousine. With a sticker price of nearly 2 crores, forget Mercedes S-Class, it's asking for Mercedes-Maybach money. How?
Well, given the way it looks, the LS does stand out from the crowd.
This is the LS's most flattering angle, and that gigantic spindle wheel, well, that's just imposing. We think it looks absolutely stunning. Love it or hate it, there's no denying that it's a real head turner. But wait, there's beauty here in these details as well. That grille is composed of thousands of individual facets, and those headlights, those DRLs in particular, that eyebrow-like design looks absolutely gorgeous. There's nothing else like it.
Look at it from the side, and the low and long proportions are imposing. Exactly what you want from a luxury limousine. And those massive 20-inch chromed alloy wheels? Just wow.
From the back though, there is a certain genericness to the design. Not the best angle to look at the car from then. However, the taillights themselves, well, they do look quite unique. The LS's uniqueness can be seen from the moment you open that door. There's a real dedication to craftsmanship like we have rarely seen before. That glass, that was cut by an artisan, or takumi as the Japanese say. And these pleats, well, they were hand folded. So while it's not quite bespoke, the LS really does feel quite special. And it's much the same story on the inside. There are some beautiful details to be found here as well, such as these lines across the dashboard. They look fantastic. And even the temperature control knob, when you turn it, the numbers actually scroll. Now that might sound like an insignificant detail, but when you watch it in action, it's just something else.
The 28-way adjustable driver seat really lets you set it up exactly the way you want it, no matter what size you are. The all-digital instrument cluster is compact, but very well laid out, making it quite easy to read. And the camera really can't do it justice, but the heads-up display is massive and spectacular.
But there are some issues here as well. While that 12.3-inch center display does look nice, controlling it using this touchpad, well, it's awkward at best. I think BMW's iDrive or Audi's MMI is a much better solution. Plus, no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto here either. And these buttons for the audio control, well, they just look and feel tacky. But that isn't to say that this isn't an all-luxurious experience. A uniquely Japanese one at that. In fact, the Japanese have a word for it, and I'm going to massacre it. It's called Omotenashi, a unique brand of Japanese hospitality. When you unlock the doors, the car raises itself by 40 millimeters to make it easy for you to get in. When you kill the ignition, the seatbelt buckle rises up for easy unbuckling. The front seat bolsters flatten out to make it easy to get out. Even the rear seat moves into an upright position when you open the rear door. And forget climate control. It's got something called Climate Concierge, which uses infrared sensors to sense the body heat of occupants and adjust air conditioning accordingly.
Unlike the LS of old, there is no V8 power anymore. Instead, the LS500h gets a 3.5-liter V6 petrol motor. But it is a hybrid, and a rather high-tech one at that. There's an electric motor at the back that can provide a torque boost to the petrol motor, or even drive the car purely on electric power, albeit for short bursts. That's not the real geeky part. That honor belongs to the multi-stage shift device, a super trick transmission. Like most hybrids, it has a CVT gearbox. But to negate the rubber banding feeling that CVTs have, Lexus has also thrown in a conventional 4-speed automatic transmission as well. Combining the first 3 ratios of the Autobox with the 3 steps of the CVT gives you 9 speeds. Add in the 4th overdrive ratio and you have a total of 10 gears at your disposal. You can either let the car's electronics handle shifting for you, or slot this fancy gearbox into manual and swap cogs yourself using the steering mounted paddles. And it can shift fast, just 100 milliseconds to change gears, that too without any lag or jerk. It all comes together in a package that drives really well. When you're driving along normally, the LS will happily switch between the petrol motor, the electric motor, and even disconnect the driveline for the best possible efficiency. Put your foot hard down though, and the LS can get to 100 km/h in 6.3 seconds. That's not just quick for a car of this size and nature, it's quick, period. And it handles quite well too. Out on twisty roads and even in city traffic, the LS feels much smaller than it actually is. Steering is very precise, and body control, well, that's right up there amongst the best of them. Thanks to its electronically controlled 4-wheel steering, the LS feels fairly nimble for a car with such a massive wheelbase. And the steering feel can be enhanced by switching into the Sport S or the Sport S Plus driving modes, where it weighs up quite nicely. In these modes, the engine becomes quite audible too, because the LS is equipped with Lexus's proprietary sound generator system, which plays back some engine noise through the car speakers. And when you put it in the S Plus mode, the suspension stiffens up as well, making for an even sportier drive. Get too aggressive though, and it feels a bit skittish. It is, after all, a big, long front-engine rear-wheel drive sedan, so you need to treat it with a bit of respect. And that's where our grouse with the LS begins. Even when it's in comfort mode, it still feels quite stiff. Now don't get me wrong, it's not harsh by any means, but you can feel the road surface inside the cabin pretty much all the time. I mean, you won't mind it so much if you're behind the wheel, but if you're being chauffeured around in the back, you would definitely mind it. A car like this should just glide over most of our road undulations. But to really enjoy this LS, you have to be in this left rear seat. It's got 22 ways of adjustment done from this little touchscreen right here, and with the seat back set all the way to the back and the ottoman raised all the way up, you can really kick off your shoes and relax. And to really help you relax, it's got a fantastic massage system in all 4 seats at that. I really wish there was a way of conveying on screen just how incredible this feels. Oh man! There's plenty of entertainment to be had as well. The 23-speaker Mark Levinson surround sound audio is nothing short of incredible. And if you want, you can also plug in your own headphones to enjoy your own audio separate from what's playing on the audio system. And it's got a Blu-ray player as well. I think I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. For the kind of price the LS500h comes for, it needs to be exceptional, and for the most part it is. But is it objectively better than a German competition? I don't think so. Unfortunately, the LS's high pricing is thanks to the fact
that it comes to India as a CBU import and is not assembled here like its competition.
Also, unlike its competition, it packs in expensive, cutting-edge hybrid tech. And since there's no reduction in duties for hybrids, it's the customers who have to bear that cost.
So while there are some deal breakers, there are a couple of important deal makers as well. For one, I think it looks absolutely gorgeous and it makes a style statement like nothing else in this class. And in a sea of German luxury limousines, the LS's own brand of Japanese luxury is really a breath of fresh air.